Today, we're going to take a look at how to contribute to Ortelius, the open source microservice management platform, which is part of the CDF. I am Steve Taylor. I am the CTO of Deploy Hub and one of the main contributors to Ortelius. So if you're just looking for projects, Ortelius is a really great open source project to contribute to. We have a great community. And one of the things that we're doing is focusing on microservices and service catalog information around microservices. So for the Hacktoberfest, to get started, the easiest way is if you go over to the Ortelius events, you'll see the link here on the left for the details on how to contribute. Pretty easy. Basically, all you need to do is have a GitHub account, and that will get you going. Then what you'll need to do is sign up for Hacktoberfest on the event site. Let me open that on a new tab here. And that's part of DigitalOcean's side of things. So they just want to know who you are and to make sure that one of the things that they try to prevent is spamming of the Git repos with miscellaneous or inconsistent or incomplete pull requests. So also over on the DigitalOcean, they will have resources about how to get started as well. If you need help around, doing your first pull request, those type of things, getting set up. What I'm going to go through is how we do it for Ortelius. So one of the first things you should do is join our Discord channel. We use Discord for communication around Hacktoberfest, also for the whole project in general. You will see that there's a couple of channels that are available. Let me go and make this full screen. So we're going to have our general channel. So one of the first things that will happen is when you come into the invite for Discord, you'll be asked to sign a code of conduct. Just go ahead and hit the +1. And that will allow you to accept the code of conduct. And then you'll get a message with some additional information about where the Google groups exist, our Google Drive, where we have all of our shared Google Docs and spreadsheets, how to get to the calendar invites. So Artillious meets 3 times a month. Twice there's the general community meeting, the outreach community meeting, and the architecture meeting. And there's a second architecture for the Australian time zone. If you look at the calendar, you'll see the dates. Basically, those meetings run every 2 weeks, so they're pretty staggered, so it's not overwhelming. The next thing we need to have you do is to do your first pull request. The easiest thing to do is to fork the Ortelius/Artillious repo, update the README with your name and which section you're interested in. If you're interested, like documentation, outreach, architecture, just put your name in there and do a pull request. And what that allows us to do is get your GitHub handle associated with the Ortelius organization. From there, we can assign issues, and you can do open issues, those types of things against the Ortelius repos. Also, we're going to have the Ortelius user guide. So the user guide is going to be broken into 2 sections. One is the Ortelius user guide on how to use Ortelius itself. You'll see things in this one around like installation concepts, all the APIs, everything at that level. The other one is our contributor guide. And the contributor guide will give you things on how to set up your development environment. So some of the things that most of our folks use Visual Studio. And there's a couple plugins that we recommend on that front, some markdown pieces for working with our documentation and our website, Go and Python, and some of the other pieces. We do use PG admin. Ortelius is persisted on the back end through a Postgres database. Also, we are working on we have a documentation issue that's out there that talks about how to set up your development and testing environment. Currently, it looks like Kind is going to be the way that we're going to recommend people go to set up a local Kubernetes environment to run Artillious in. The other way is to use Minikube, but we've had some people have issues with Minikube on that front. So if you're looking for just an easy place to start, we've broken down the issues into a couple of different categories. So we have documentation issues. These are great if you're just getting started, if it's like the first time doing pull requests and dealing with GitHub, making these documentation changes. They're nothing super complicated, but they're on our list to get done. So that is one of the things that if you're looking just to get started, we recommend doing just a couple documentation issues before you dive into any coding. And then from there, we have some GitOps issues that are around Ortelius working with like Argo and Kepton. Out of the architecture meeting yesterday, there was a couple more GitOps issues added. They just haven't been added to this list yet. So I'll show you where to look to get the latest list here. Service catalog. Service catalog is what is our current work stream that we're focusing on. So service catalog, most of the coding's been done. We're getting into the testing, making sure documentation is up to date, pulling some last minute pieces together around like packaging with Helm charts. So we're actually into more of the DevOps phase of the service catalog. Most of the coding's been done, but we will have coding fixes that will pop up on the service catalog side. This is our big push for service catalog to get that out before KubeCon. Along with that, we have front-end updates. The front end, the way the Artillious is set up is the front end is basically part of our monolith. So Ortelius is kind of in a hybrid mode right now. We have the monolith, which is a Tomcat server running Java, JavaScript, JSP pages, servlets, and then the new stuff, especially around the service catalog, has been written in new microservices. And those microservices have been written in Python around Fast API. Everything is backed by a Postgres database. And then the microservices are they're a couple hundred lines long, so they're easy to dive into on that front. And we will have more microservices coming down the road, especially around our GitOps area as well. On the front end side, that's going to be JavaScript and jQuery that we just have to go ahead and add the additional functionality, some more additional reports over on the UI side. If you're interested in blogging, we have an area out on our website for blogs. And also we just need to dive in more of like on a documentation side, bringing in more detailed instructions on how to blog. One of the nice things that we use is we use Hugo as our website and documentation. So Hugo is a Golang program that allows you to run basically a website off of Markdown. This makes it great for shared content because everything evolves around Git commits and pull requests and things like that. So it allows multiple people to work on the same site all at once. And we just deal with everything at the PR level. Some of the other things on the website, we do need to do some additional page speed and some optimization on the website and documentation side of things. And that's getting into Nginx and some of the page speed Nginx plugins. So if you're interested on that, that's one of the issues you can look out for. And then just in general, we don't have an entry for Ortelius out on Wikipedia. We need to get that out there. Wikipedia can be challenging. You have to have certain number of words, certain number of references, cross links, those type of things get your entry accepted. So if you've had any experience with Wikipedia, please pick this one up. We'd love to get a Wikipedia entry out there. We found that it's been challenging before in the past, but there's some tricks if you've done it, or if you wanted to give a go, please pick that issue up. Then on the training side, just in general, we are looking for training videos and kind of like blogs, mini blogs to kind of walk you through how to get up and going with Ortelius. And those would be posted up to YouTube. Finally, we have some plugins that were on our to-do list. One of them that just like I said yesterday on the architecture meeting came up is we're adding an additional plugin to Kepton. So besides Jenkins X, TechCon, Screwdriver, and Spinnaker, we're going to be looking at Kepton as well. If you don't see something in this list, the easiest place to go is go to our GitHub repo. And the way we structured things is we have our main repo, which is the Artillious/Artillious repository. And we put all of our issues under a single repository. It just makes it easier for people to find things instead of having it scattered across our 50 repos that we have out here. So if you're looking for something to work on, just go ahead and pick a project, which will be the Hacktoberfest. And you'll go ahead and just grab the issue you want to work on. Make sure that you assign the issue to yourself, just so we know that somebody's picked it up and started working on it. And one of the things that you need to do is when you do your PR, you have to put, I believe, Hacktoberfest into the comment of the PR. And that will allow you to get credit over on the Digital Ocean side. I believe it's 4 PRs in order to get a t-shirt or donate to a charity. So you'll see also that we've labeled things. So that will be another way to sort based on a label. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, the easiest thing to do to get started is just go ahead and update the README file here. So just go ahead and fork the Ortelius repo, update the README, do a PR, and that will allow us to get your user ID over into our organization down the road there. If you need any help, please reach out on the Discord channel, or if you're having anything, if you're just stuck, if you don't know where to start, just go ahead and post something in the general channel. The general channel is where we basically have, not necessarily really close tied to the Ortelius project, where you can see people are talking about all sorts of different things, welcoming somebody back that took a little break from the project. And then the dev channel is going to be where we get into more commits, those type of things, those more dev related issues that may come up. So those are the two areas that are easiest. Those are the two main channels that we use. You can also get to me directly. I am at sbtaylor15 on the Discord channel. Also, if you want to email me, like you're having problems with, getting your first pull request or getting set up with your development environment, getting Kubernetes running, something like that, you could email me at steve@deployhub.com. So with that, we welcome all of you to join us for Hacktoberfest. We have a lot of fun, and it's a good way to learn how to start contributing. Now, if you're if you've been doing this forever, if you've been in the open source community and you're just looking to branch out and you're looking for some more advanced coding, just ping me on the Discord channel, and there's a couple issues that we have that we didn't slate into the Hacktoberfest category. So you can pick one of those up to work on one of those issues. And then you just need to make sure when you do your PR, you tag it with Hacktoberfest to get the credit. With that, welcome aboard, everybody. We look forward to working with you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.